How
I'm
are you,
good.
bro?
I'm good.
Yeah,
How are you guys?
not
Not
too
too
bad, man.
bad.
We're kind of enjoying this little bit of a studio thing, but even though it's not what we want, but
Yeah,
it's better than
It's
nothing.
it's. I think it's a
we
different
want.
feel. It's similar to what you would have in a real world, but in a smaller audience, I guess. Right?
Yeah, yeah. And
Much more
you miss the
focused.
interactions. I miss that. When I do a talk now to a screen, I see myself and I see my slides, and that's it. And I hate that. I want to see people. I want to have fun and do stuff, and that's what
Yeah,
I miss.
not having the audience energy, right? That makes a big difference, man. It's like
It's
talking to your street. It's like, is
yeah,
anybody listening? I'm not sure.
yeah. And then the traveling. I never thought I missed traveling, but I actually miss traveling. I
I
got
miss the
a
tomato juice, bro. In the airline lounge, right? There's tomato juice. That's the only
yeah.
time I drink it. And like I kind of like, damn, I miss some tomato juice, man. So
I
it's weird what I missed.
I got this gift from Schiphol because I
Ah,
miss them so much. Do you know this?
yeah, of course, there's the
It
control
makes
tower at the top, right?
it makes airport noises. So if you're bored, you just hit that thing and okay, I hear an airport. Awesome.
Did you know that Singapore Airlines was doing a flight to nowhere? As in, you could board the plane and they would fly around like airspace in Singapore and then land back again. So just in case you miss airline food for whatever reason, you can.
Wow.
Well, I
That
think
is
they're also
actually
delivering
awesome.
food home.
Awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, I know that a lot of those planes, I think in the Netherlands, the food they donated to people who don't have that much money. So
Huh.
you could just get airplane food at pickup places. Really cool.
Hey, so bro, what's been going on with Zerocopter, man? We heard you guys got a new CEO and stuff. You want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, I actually ordered myself out. I mean, we're in a hacker scene now, right? So I can tell the real story.
Tell it, tell it.
Yeah. Now, we started Zerocopter back in 2015. In 2017, I became the CEO, and we just tried to adapt Zerocopter to what we thought was best as hackers. So get rid of all the sales stuff and just focus on actual products, actual interaction with the hacker community, getting the best of the best. And since 2017, that grew basically very rapidly. And we try to keep the Hacker 5 in and get a lot of cool people on board. And that works. But I'm not a CEO who is good at numbers, or I'm good at getting the right people in and having fun and making sure everybody's enjoying themselves, being creative, building stuff. That's what I like. And we are now at a point where we could scale up, even more than we are now, and even rapidly than we are now. And I found myself in the last year being busy with finances and being busy with budgeting and being busy with pensions and being busy with all the stuff that I don't like it. And that's when the investors also say maybe we should look for somebody who knows how to scale. And I said, well, basically, a good idea. I can go back to the stuff I love. I can get the best people in, and somebody else is responsible for investment stuff, finance, blah, 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 blah. So I found it a good idea. But then we got to talk to some CEOs that were placed to us. So this is a good guy. He has a platform. This is a good guy. He can do. And everyone I talked to, I was like, oh my God, Yeah, it sucks because when I asked the question, what do you know about cybersecurity? And they were like, it's very important. And I'm like, okay, no, that's no match for, we got a lot of hackers here. And yeah, admitted, we are fun people, but we are also people who get distracted very fast because we see something new that's interesting. People who might not live up to hours they should work or whatever. And that's something you need to cherish and not put in a box and put a regular CEO on it. So I went to look at my own network and I knew that Ploegmakers, Eric, was available basically because he had some incidents at a previous company. So I just pinged him and I said, are you interested? So we had a chat for like 2 hours, drank some club mate and some coffee, of course. And then he was like, I like this. I like the idea. This is real for him. That's basically something new to have actually a real company with real people who might not be commercial, who might not be, outgoing or whatever, but they are brilliant. And we have a link to the community where we have brilliant hackers in there. So he stepped in, and then our investors went like, "What? This guy? No, really? This guy? Okay. And so they were very happy. And that's when I said, okay, I talked to the team. What do you think? I will stay on board. I'm still in the board as well. So together with him, I make the new decisions. But he's just a guy who has more experience in scaling and running big companies. But he also has a good history in cybersecurity. From the day he started, he was in security basically. So that's very cool for us. And he ran a direct team at KPN, and he ran Fox IT for a couple of years. So he has a lot of experience in all the stuff that we are, as a basically small hack community, not that experienced in. So I'm really, really happy that he wanted to join. And for me, that's something I wanted to hand over the company basically, but only to someone where I knew it would be safe and good, and we would have the same values and the same stuff to give to our hackers and to give to our clients. And that's something we achieved. So I'm actually very happy. But the only thing is now he's just started like 2 months ago. Okay. So what you see now is that I'm doing double the role. I'm not the CEO anymore, but I have to work in the new CEO, and I have to help with getting everybody acquainted and to make sure that everything goes. But on the other hand, we still have the company to run. So it's crazy. But
I can feel the amount of work that's going to be needed, man. But it's important, right? Culture. You built Zerocopter's culture over the years, and that took time, and it can be destroyed just like that, right? So
if you have the wrong people in, then that's done, So that's why I really fought hard to make sure that we got somebody in what we all like and where we all have faith in, that he will not destroy the company, and he won't. He loves the idea. And for him, it's also fun because normally he comes in a company where there's a lot of hassle, there's like 500 or 1,000 people working, and people are fighting with each other, and he comes in and he has to fix it. And here everybody was, okay, hi, everything is cool, what do you want to do? And he was like, what do I have to do? Well, try to build it, try to make it grow, try to think of new stuff. And he's actually already doing that. So that's really, really cool. We can just focus on keeping the teams together, but also adding new people. We had some awesome hires in the past, of course, with really talented people. But when people are really talented, they're sometimes also structured in a structure they created for themselves. And then you can try to steer them in a suit or whatever. It won't work. So you have to make sure that you understand that. And he does. So that's really, really cool.
Excellent, man. So what about you, man? What are you going to be up to now that you're not CEO, not having to do numbers and stuff? I hate numbers myself. So
I really hate it. I'm not good at it, we saw all the stuff with all the boards and all the people doing finances. They come with like Excel sheets of 30 pages, and I'm like, you can do it on one. This goes in, this comes out. We need this done, And they're like, no. So what I'm going to do now is, first of all, make sure that Irregland's good and that we have the plans together for the next years. So long-term roadmap, helping the teams wherever I can at the moment to jump in positions that might be structurally moved, because we are a flat team and we have to grow. So that means that we have to get people maybe to a different position or to help make sure that communication lines are better or that some processes get in place. So I'm doing that now mostly. And then afterwards, I hope I will go out again, be on stage again, have fun with my community and the crew. And that's what I hope to do. And we did that in the past years. And for us, this worked perfectly. Every time we are at a conference or at a stage, there's always something happening. We always get some attention or build trust or the brand, and that's something you need, I think, to make sure that you're true. And we see also a lot of interest from big companies who lack this, the big companies who have maybe a lot of pen testers or whatever, but to the clients, it's not coming over as truly authentic. You know, for instance, let's say they're an accountancy firm and they have a pen testing department. And yeah, the client knows that and they do pen tests, but it's not as real as having a bunch of hackers come help you, you know, and we try to be the bridge between the community and the companies and make sure that's something we do. And for the rest, I'm also working on with the police, for instance, on Hack Right, where we help kids who done something wrong, got arrested streets and swipe the streets for a punishment, but come to us and we'll explain how you can do responsible disclosure or how you can even make money in security if you do bug bounties, or if you train hard, you can become a red teamer or whatever, you know, and we try to steer them in the right direction. So that's something we do. We work with government regarding the responsible disclosure policies or coordinated vulnerability disclosures. We do a lot of advice there, and we even helped to make sure that the 2018 version of the CVD policy in the Netherlands was renewed and that it's now wider spread, and companies have to work on that. So we do a lot for that as well to just protect the hacker community basically, and to make sure that people find each other. And that's something we can do because we have all the connections, either in government, either in companies or whatever, but also in the community. And you often see that it lacks, you know, somebody finds something, wants to report, there's no answer, people shout at each other. Well, if we can help there, that works, you know, and then everybody, our main goal is basically to have hackers not in the news anymore as criminals. You know, just get them in there and let the world see that we love to break stuff, but we also do it to help. You know, and if we can get that on stage, that's awesome. And that's something we work very hard for. And that benefits everybody, I think.
Do you think that, you know, with the COVID situation now, your clients are asking more for hackers to come and do stuff, or less? As in, like, has it been an uptick, or, you know, are people still kind of like, well, we'll call you when we need you kind of thing?
Well, yeah, the problem is that on one side, people know they need it. On the other side, as long as nothing happens, they don't need it. You know, exactly. and the idea of having a hacker in is for some companies still scary. And what we see is we work with a lot of CISOs, for instance, and they know that they have to fix stuff, but they have, of course, limited budget. So they come to us and we explain how we work, that we have hackers around the world who can test you and we can help you with triage, and we can do responsible disclosure triage for you. And they're super, super enthusiastic, and they say, let's do this, we're going to work together. And then we make an offer and they say, fine, I go to the board, and then somebody at the board says, hackers? No, this is not something we do, you know, and then we have to go again, and it takes sometimes to half a year to sign something. But we see that people are getting more interested and also getting the concept of having hackers help you, you know. But it's a long road to get there, and that's difficult. But do we see more? Well, I'm not sure. We see more bugs coming in because a lot of hackers are mostly at home now and have maybe more free time to do some bug hunting. So we see that a lot, and we see companies who work with us actually increasing all their scopes and increasing the bounties and getting the idea, having more fun knowing what it is. But we don't see the lower layer do something. And so that means for us in the Netherlands, it's called the smaller companies, basically. They're still not seeing. They're still, if they think about security, they think either of we have to buy a box with lights and we put it in the network and we're secure. That's one option. And the other one is we have a company who helps us do the network and do our stuff. So they must make sure that we are secure and we trust them. You know, that's what those middle companies do. And that's something that will go away in the end because you can't do it that way anymore. I once did a talk at a conference where there were 15,000 people and they all had web shops. So they were all little people with web shops or companies with web shops. And there were 200 talks during the 2 days and there was one about security. That was mine. Yeah. And my room was filled half, you know, And the rest was, how do I get my product from A to B as fast as I can and as cheap as I can? How can I make sure my site looks brilliant? And how can I make sure I get money? Those were the three subjects that everybody went to. And security, nah. And it's stupid because it's their data, you know. They can say, okay, I host it over there, but you're responsible for the data that's in your systems. It's not some other company. So, and people don't get it. And
the reputational loss. I mean, like if there's an incident,
yeah,
you know, you can say like, yeah, we hired XYZ company to help us with it, but at the end of the day, it's still your fault. You know what I mean? As a company,
it is.
Yeah, you know, it's still your reputation, right? Like,
and in the Netherlands, it's interesting because we just had some companies suing each other. So there was one company who had a breach, and they sued basically the company who helped them make sure the networks were okay. And it's still a big discussion. You know, it's really interesting. Is the company that helps you responsible for your security?
I would say no, because at the end of the day, they only advise you, right? Like you're the one who has to actually still sign off on whatever findings that they have and fix it. Because having the findings is great, but who's going to fix it?
Yeah, true. But if the company doesn't do that and just sells you stuff and doesn't basically care about what happens, then who's responsible? You know, so it's always vague and always a difficult discussion. But yeah, it's interesting to follow.
So what else is new, man? What other fun stuff, man? Any fun stuff? I heard you were doing a documentary. You mentioned something about documentary the other day.
Well, I'm a member of the Guild of the Grumpies, as you might know. So
Guild of the Grumpies? What the hell is that, man?
Oh, you don't know? Well, in the Netherlands, like 5 years ago, we had some elderly hackers because, you know, we have a bug bounty, we have a lot of younger hackers, really awesome, but we also have a big group of elderly hackers like me. And we came together and we had fun. And then in the end, we said, maybe we should do something together, you know, just not hang out when we see each other at a conference, but maybe do it once a month or once every 2 months. So with a group of older hackers, we started het genootschap van de gekke oude hackers in Dutch. But it's stupid. So in the end, we called it the Guild of the Grumpy Old Hackers. And it's been growing. We have members in Japan. We have members in the UK. And they're all old hackers like us, but all in the same vibe, you know. If somebody tries to do something, if you see somebody shouting, I have found a database with credit cards, we help them report it, you know. We try to steer the younger community, but on the other side, we also want to have fun. So we also try to break stuff that everybody forgot, basically. So that's our motto. So try to find stuff in your community or do weird stuff. So we actually once tried to start a church.
What?
Because if you start a church in the Netherlands, you have access to data of people because you are allowed to be in some sort of administrational systems where everybody are. So we started a church to see if we can get access as well. Other stuff we did, no, it failed.
Damn it.
But we tried. And other stuff we did is like a Wassenaar agreement. You know, you can't send basically bugs across borders. So, okay, we have one guy standing at the Dutch border, one in the German border, and we hand over a sheet of paper with 0 day on it. What will happen, you know? All those stupid things we try just to scare stuff up and get a discussion. And we also did the Trump stuff with where we hacked the Twitter account twice with the Grumpies, and it was not on purpose; it was accidental. But we got a lot of attention for that as well. So that's something we do in our free time, and it's basically fun, you know. And with the Grumpies, we got a lot of media attention for the hacks on the Trump Twitter account, and then we were asked to work with a documentary maker, but to make sure that it's not just a documentary on hackers with hoodies and blah, blah, blah. So we said, okay, we'll work with you, but we also want to make sure that we show processes. So what we actually do now is looking at a documentary where we follow some guys who do responsible disclosures and basically film them and don't use them. And then see how the process goes, you know, how does a company react, how does government react, how are hackers treated, what's the struggle for us, and from that angle try to give the people an image on, well, it looks fun to be a hacker, but maybe it isn't, or are hackers criminals? No way, you know, we just help people to be more secure, and that's stuff we are working on now with the documentary.
When is it coming out? When is this documentary? Is it on Netflix or what, man?
No, no, no.
Watch it.
Well, actually, in the Netherlands, it will probably on Videoland and the Dutch TV, and I'm not sure if Netflix will go it, but it's still far from being out. We're still filming, and we're still making sure that we do all the right procedures and not disclose a bug on TV before the company fixes it. You know, so we're working on that. So that's fun stuff.
How big is this guild, man? This Grumpy Hackers Guild? I mean, like,
I think it's about, well, it's not that big. It's about 20 people around the globe.
A lot. Can I join? I'm old and grumpy as well.
Well, you laugh way too much, but maybe you can join. We have some sort of commission where we just submit people, and then if everybody gives a go, then you can join. And you get to be in Discord channels and other stupid stuff, and there's a lot of bullshit going on, but you will have fun.
Nice. Hey, bro, we got like 7 minutes left, man. Should we tell people about what you and I have been working on? Like,
on the coffee
project.
Yeah, brilliant idea. Because when I saw what you were doing with the coffee, I was like, this is it. You know, this is something we all need. Every hacker drinks coffee, you know, and there's a lot of nice coffees to choose from, but there's no hacker coffee. So we need this. So that's why I immediately contacted you and immediately bought some stuff off of you, of course, but also for, well, you know, at ZeroCopter we have the hacker community we have connected, we still select by hand. So we don't have like 1 million hackers connected. We only have about 200 now, 250. And we handpick them. So hardware hackers, whatever, everything is in there, but we all know them. We know they're the best of the best. So get in there. And we thought we always give them stuff like t-shirts and, you know, but this would be cool if we can get them coffee. And then you and I thought, oh, what if we make a ZeroCopter brand? So we're now in the process of you have the brand ready of making the designs, and we did some stuff, but we're not quite there yet, but it will get there. And then we will make sure that every hacker connected to us gets the coffee for free. So,
free coffee.
So everybody knows your name as well then, but they get brilliant coffee, and then we maybe put it in a web shop and other people can buy it as well if you want. And next to that, I'm looking as well to help you get the stuff in Europe to distribute it. And it's fun for me as well, you know, because old friends ask you to get them coffee, and then you contact me and I can drive it to them. And I'm hanging with some mates again. It's so fucking awesome. Really cool.
It's like connecting over coffee, right? I mean, I think Wim Rem just like you met up with him just recently, right? He had ordered coffee. So thanks so much for passing that to him, man.
It's no problem, but it's fun because I know Wim for years, but we haven't seen each other in years as well. So it's so cool to have a real meaning of getting to him. You know, we can discuss and we can say, oh, shall we meet? And then something comes up and he's busy and I'm busy. But now he wants coffee, I have coffee, so we have to meet up, you know? Really cool. Yeah, so we're doing that as well. And we really love the coffee, man. It's really awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I mean, we hands it. And I think for ZeroCopter as well, we're coming up with a special blend for you guys as well. So, you know, I'll send over some beans for you guys to try and see whether it meets the flavor profile that the Dutch hackers will love, you know, and then we'll start shipping it over to you guys.
Really cool, man. Really awesome. I'm so looking forward to this. And also, I sent you some designs as well. We're not going to use it, but it looks so nice, you know?
I saw. I won't give anybody a sneak peek, but it's like, we need to fine tune it a little bit more, but it's looking good, bro. It's really looking good.
Yeah, it's really
cool. I saw that photo you sent me with like what the product packaging will look like, man. It's going to be nice, black and white plus, you know, I mean.
Our goal is also because our designer is so enthusiastic, he works for us, and what we promised him is that if he makes the design right, then people will drink the coffee, but then put the bag in a frame because it's so beautiful. You know, that's a goal as well for us.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, at the end of the day, the artwork is cool, right? People will definitely want to take photos of it. You know, and they're probably going to ask you for stickers as well. Then, like, even like you have the sticker of the coffee, you know, the whatever brand that you guys are coming out with.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves stickers, right? It's the most popular thing ever.
Yeah, we need stickers. Stickers and coins. Those are the basic things we always need, man.
Awesome.
Really. And how is the conference going? Is it good? I saw you had some great
I mean,
speakers.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, apart from a bit of a technical snafu with the streaming server, other than that, everything else is fine. I mean, I think the main track talks are going along well. So some really great content. I see X-Wings and his bunch of guys should be joining us shortly as well for the Q&A.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think I better get going, and better let you get going as well. Thanks so much for joining us, brother. It's always nice to chat with you. Always
It's,
nice to see your
it's
face.
really cool to see you guys, and I hope so that next year we will all be together and just have fun again together.
I think earlier, bro. Earlier. Let's try for Singapore or for Cyber Week in November. You know what I mean? Hopefully, everybody's got vaccine. We can start traveling again.
It would be
You can
so
always
cool.
hope.
It would be so cool. Cool, man.
Awesome, brother.
Thank you very much.
See you soon. Stay
See you
safe.
soon. Have fun and have an awesome conference, man.
Thank you, bro. Thanks. We'll see you online,
Cheers.
man.
Cheers.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, man.